Whoa, where did my thing go? Ah, there it is. Alright, notes on graphing logarithms. So, the general form for logarithms is very similar to the other things we've done. A, H, and K are in order, and H is the weird opposite one. So you can think of this as a plus sign. I don't really care as long as you know that H is opposite. The key thing, why they are weird, is because logs are inverses of exponentials. Okay? So, where in our exponential function, we were looking at a to the x plus h plus k, and we had a vertical, we had a horizontal asymptote, right? We had an asymptote that was always a y equals k. For these guys, since they're the inverse, we're going to have an asymptote of x equals h. And remember, it's the opposite of h, so we're going to look at it. Okay? And then it's very similar. Besides that, it's really similar. It's just flipped over. Okay? It's flipped over from the exponentials. So just keep that in mind. It's backwards. It's flipped over. Logarithms are crazy and weird a little bit. Okay? But they kind of make sense. So let's look at this first one. We got A, H, and K. I know it's kind of weird because your notes, you have room on top and on the bottom, not next to it, but it's just kind of how it worked out. So my A, my H, and my K, and again, we don't have to deal with B here, so it's nice, not for these ones that you'll see. We've got 6, 1, and -3, okay? And we still have our same POI, and we still have an asymptote. But so let's start with our POI here. It's still the opposite of HK, so opposite of H is -1 and then -3. So we go over to -1, we go down to 3. And this guy's an open circle, just like exponentials. But instead of doing a horizontal line, we're going to do a vertical line. Okay? And this vertical line goes through all the places that x equals -1. So that is the equation of the asymptote. The asymptote is x equals -1. Okay? And then just like with the exponentials, how we punch this hole up one, we do the same thing. We punch that hole up one, except instead of up, it's over. And the ones we're going to deal with are going to be to the right. Okay? They're going to be to the right. And then, just like with the exponentials, we started our POI, and we go 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 1. And then this side is going to approach the asymptote. It's going to curve down a little bit. That's not a good picture. And this one will curve up and through that point. I didn't do that well either. I'll try them again if you like. It's really hard to draw here. So this guy is going to come down and kind of boop, like this, and then he's going to keep going boop, up this way. Okay? So because keep in mind, remember when we talked about inverses, they get reflected over that y equals x line, and if our exponentials are going like this, well, to reflect that over that line, these guys should be going like this. Okay? So a logarithm, remember, is an inverse of an exponential. Okay? So it's going to be flipped over. It's going to have this curve this way instead. Alright? So let's try this one. Ba-boom. Here you go. Very nice. Hopefully you can clearly see where that asymptote is. We've got A, H, and K. Then we have our point of interest, as one of you lovelies called it, and I like that because they're not inflections for these, so it's a little bit more mathematically correct. And our asymptote is going to be x equals a value. Well, x here is at -2, which means our h value is positive 2, right? This guy's at negative 2. And then we got to see, where is there a nice point 1 over here? Well, right here, where our y value is negative 1, so that means k is negative 1. And our next nice value, if we go, this guy's our POI, right? Negative 2, negative 1. And then if we go up 1, where's a nice point? Well, it's right here. And I'm going from my POI 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going up 1. So it's 4. So we're going to do f of x equals log base 4 of, and if you need to go back and look, h is inside the parentheses just like everything else we did, and k is on the outside, okay, x plus 2 minus 1. There you go.